So I watched a YouTube video the other day. This one came courtesy of noted overexcitable Forza guy AR12 Nick, who outlined his vision for his ideal Forza Horizon 5 update, titled Horizon Horsepower. He also prompted his viewers to go into the comments and suggest their ideal FH5 updates with cars, new content and features, and other such things. I promptly went overboard, which is why this video exists. The main new event/feature of this update will dig into a system in the Horizon series that I feel has been constantly and criminally underused: skill chain system. I had the idea of this being a stunt/skill focused update fairly early on, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that the skill chain and skill point systems in Horizon games are really kind of vestigial and useless. All you use the skill points for is buying skill tree perks for your cars that either let you get more skill points or give you small drops of resources that the game showers you with anyway. To remedy this, my new update, titled Horizon Stunt Run, will focus on a new event type of the same name. Yes, I borrowed it from Burnout Paradise. Yes, that game is great. Like in Paradise, these stunt run events will let you loose across the open world, filled with stunt props like ramps and smashables for the purpose of extending your skill chain and ultimately earning as many points as possible to complete the event. Locations like the Horizon Festival and Guanajuato will be doled up with props for this purpose, as will the centerpiece of the update, the Stadium Takeover, which will be an upgraded stunt park inspired by the LEGO and Hot Wheels expansions. Any and all new stunt props will also be available in the event lab for the community's most creative minds to go bananas with. Last on the features list is a new radio station that I'm calling Horizon Skill Shine. It plays a mix of suitably epic, montagey music, a bit of EDM, some rock, and of course my favourite lunatic, guilty pleasure genre, funk. As for who would host it, I'd probably draft in the Russian Badger or his horrifying AI clone for some particularly unhinged color commentary as you drive around Mexico. Horizon Skill Shot.
I'm wanted in 7 countries for reversing the flow of time with ego-killing Chrono Zaza.
So, as you flip through the upgraded stunt park with drift funk and a screaming AI madman in your ear, I bet you're wondering what cars you'll actually be driving. I'm glad you asked, because there's 15 of them and we've got a lot to get through. We'll start with the cars that can be earned throughout the entire season, which bring a bit of a funky Japanese flair to proceedings. Firstly, by earning 80 points across all 4 weeks of the season, you can unlock the 2024 Nissan Z Safari Rally Tribute concept. This thing's really cool, and I feel like it fits in really well with a stunt-focused update, since you'd be bounding across dunes and sliding around and things. Then, there are a couple of special cars you can unlock just for getting particularly big skill chains at any point in the season. For 250,000 in a single skill chain, you can unlock the 1984 Mazda RX-7 Evo Group B, one of the many weird and wonderful late rear-wheel drive Group B rally cars that got instantly obsoleted by the arrival of the 4-wheel drive Audi Quattro. I always liked this shape of RX-7, and quite frankly, there haven't been a ton of Mazda additions in recent Forza games, so I think this wouldn't go amiss. Speaking of weird, rare Mazdas that people like, a 500,000 point skill chain will unlock this, the much requested 2008 Mazda Furai, a very, very strange rotary supercar that is most famous for being burned to a crisp by Top Gear magazine, but nevertheless I want it in every game just because it's so weird and unique. The madness of Mazda continues in earnest into week 1, where earning 20 points across the festival playlist will unlock this, the 2016 Mazda MX-5 Speedster Evolution. This is essentially an ND MX-5 rendition of the Mazda MX-5 Superlight you might remember from some of the older Forza games. I always thought that was such a delightfully weird car in those games. I didn't know until quite recently that they'd made a second version of it. I just think it's such a unique shape and would be really fun to drive and stunt around it. You can also unlock from a special seasonal stunt run event. There'll be one of these every week, and you can unlock a returning car from an old Forza game. And in this case, it's the 1973 Mazda RX-3 that originally cropped up in FH1 and was brought back in FH4 but unbrought back for FH5. This is the original user of everyone's favorite Angie Dorito, the Wankel rotary engine. Week 2 brings a couple of delightfully weird early 2010s darlings of mine. Starting off by earning 20 points in the festival playlist, you can unlock the 2010 Subaru Impreza WRX STI Cosworth CS400. While this might be a Japanese icon, it has within it a 400 horsepower British-tuned beating heart. I've been playing a lot of Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 recently, and this is one of those delightfully unique and interesting cars that's found in that game and not many others. I remember all the magazines loving this thing when I was a kid, because it was just an Impreza WRX, an already mad car, tuned to ridiculousness levels that other hot hatches are only just starting to hit today by the boffins at Cosworth. For completing the seasonal stunt run, you get something even more mad and magazine famous, the 2011 Radical SR8 RX, essentially a race car with number plates that was famous for a long time, holding the production car lap record at the Nürburgring. The Week 3 lineup brings back some dashes of a crossover we saw back in Forza Horizon 4, the James Bond franchise. While the 2023 Aston Martin V12 Vantage hasn't been featured in an actual Bond film, it still has the heart and soul of a true Aston Martin, and you can unlock this mad V12 monster by earning 20 points in the festival playlist during Week 3. I just like this. Do I like it as much as I like the original V12 Vantage? Probably not. But the original V12 Vantage is my favourite car of all time, probably, so it's a hard bar to leave. For completing the seasonal stunt run, you get something with a lot more connection to Bond. I imagine the stunt run would have some 007 theming around it. The 2015 Aston Martin DB10, a special edition Aston built specifically for the James Bond Spectre. It's cool! It's a cool car. You can't be mad about a DB10. I think it looks really nice. If they'd sold this, I think they would have sold a lot of them, but unfortunately, James Bond gets to be a special boy and have it all to himself. The final week of this off-the-hook crazy season pays tribute to one of the maddest car brands out there, Lamborghini. By earning 20 points in Week 4, you can unlock this, the 2023 Lamborghini Invincible? I'm still not sure how you pronounce this, but the point is it's a one-off mad-looking concept designed to be a swan song for the naturally aspirated V12 engine that has defined the Lamborghini brand for decades. Alongside the Authentica Coupe, this is just a car that should be in the game, because I think it's cool. I've been so bad at justifying these picks in the back half, I just think they're cool. And that goes on to the second one as well. The seasonal stunt run car is the 2006 Lamborghini Miura concept, returning from Forza Horizon 1. Before there was the reborn Countach, there was this thing, which sadly never made it into production, which is a shame because it looks mental, and I mean, I don't know how I would have felt about them bringing to production a tribute to the original Miura, but there's the same thing with the Countach, and that seemed to work out okay. Finally, we have our 4 paid DLC car pack cars in the Horizon Super Stunt Pack, which I'm going to rattle through because we've been here a while. Firstly, we have the W Motors famous Supersport, the evolution of the iconic Fast and Furious Lycan, which exists about as much as that car and is still just ridiculous and awesome. Then you have the obligatory EV in the form of the Caterham Project V, which is a car that I just think is interesting. It's a 250-ish horsepower Alpine A110 style EV thing built with the usual Caterham lightweight principles, and I've been talking too long about this car, maybe a video on it another time. Then you have a car that's an upgrade of a car we already have in the game, the Aston Martin DBS 770 Ultimate, which is, again, another mad snarling Aston to go alongside the V12 Vantage. And finally, we have the almost obligatory at this point, but still really cool, Lamborghini Revuelto, the start of Lamborghini's new hybrid era. For those of you who care enough about my opinions to have stuck around this long, thank you. This was actually a really fun exercise in game design, and I applaud AR12 Nick for putting me through this, because I actually really enjoyed it, and it made me want all this stuff in Forza, which is kind of mid on that, because I don't know if it'll ever be in Forza, but I do just love this franchise, and I want to see cool things in it. So, yes, that has been Horizon Stunt Run, my theoretical awesome season for Forza Horizon 5. If you want to see more weird game designy stuff, not necessarily Forza, maybe some racing games, who knows, then stick around on this channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought of the video, which was your favorite car that I added in this hypothetical update, and of course, till next time.